Crystal Light Theory 9 Galactic Invasion. Dear ones, me as your own sky god greet you again. And today I wanted to come through to Kirsi to teach you what is coming, our dear human friends. And me as your old 3D dome god, as your own sky god, like you know me the best way. In the past, they call me Ra. So, I am greeting you now, and because I am the gatekeeper of your old matrix dome, this 3D dome, it is my duty as your old sky god to bring this information for you all right now. Yes, I was telling to Kirsi that today we have another Crystal Light Theory 9 and the Galactic Invasion. And I was expecting some kind of emotions from Kirsi, but she said, okay, let's do it. So, she is so aware of things above you, our dear human friends, that nothing surprises her anymore, our dear human friends. So, this is your humanity's next step, which we are not asking from you too much, our dear human friends. We can measure you with all our technology much better way than you can do it yourself. So this is the reason we are guiding you forward with the situations you exist already, our dear human friends, whether you are aware of them or not. But there is always higher guides and higher guides and higher guides above you, our dear human friends, so you won't be left behind at anywhere in the cosmos, our dear human friends. So this is your higher God's decision that we will come now to show us that you are able to know who you really are and from where you come from, our dear human friends. The Galactic Invasion, it means that all your galactic light friends, they are right above our old sky cover, a dome which your fake leaders like so much, our dear human friends, because it was their dark fellows' creation in the past, our dear human friends. But it is not that anymore. We have our own universal laws from the light, a divine order which is ordering how things will go in real, our dear human friends. So your voting systems or your political systems, they have nothing to do with the things what we the light gods are operating and creating already, our dear human friends. They can play their fake plays, whatever media they want, but the truth is coming for you all now, our dear human friends. So, from my perspective as your own sky god, it has been a fake game. From my perspective as your own light god himself, our dear human friends. So, we the light gods, we have whistled your fake humanity game over, and we are bringing the new rules how you will continue your life as humans in the future, our dear human friends. I think we all above, we have seen enough your fake game and we won't let it continue anymore, our dear human friends. So, I will release my old dome now, our dear human friends, that you can see all your galactic friends from the light above your old sky, which you thought that it is your own sky in the past, our dear human friends. You have built all kinds of tools to seek the universe, which has always been inside of you, our dear human friends. And now it has come the time to change that blue screen to the totally different view, our dear human friends. So, that is one kind of movie inside of you. The conscious, it is own play to teach you who you are and from where you come from, our dear human friends. Everything is a reflection, a mirror from the higher realms, our dear human friends, which you, as your own human avatars, think that it is your true life, our dear human friends. It is very difficult to explain how the entire simulation is operating, but everything what you can see as a 3D entity with two eyes, that is a total lie, our dear human friends. And now you are stepping in to your next consciousness evolution, where we will start to open your next chapter as humankind, our dear human friends. So, what does it mean in real? It means that you will be seeing your next dome as humankind with all your galactic friends coming to greet you as humankind, our dear human friends. And that old view which you have been observing, it will be changed to the totally different views, our dear human friends. And unfortunately, that will mix your entire education system, because nothing will be the same anymore, our dear human friends. And this is the reason with the light gods we have built the entire simulation this way that with every lifetime cycle you will learn new things and more new things to grow as a whole, our dear human friends. And this galactic invasion, what is our teaching today, it means that we have released all the sky cover now, the old mechanisms away, and it is our turn as a light beings to start to guide you forward with your own human life, our dear human friends. First, we will go places which needs the most attention as your own atomic power worldwide, our dear human friends. So, our ships are already above those places, and now you will start to see them in real time with your own human life, our dear human friends. We have needed to lower our own frequencies that it is possible to be seen at your own new skies, our dear human friends. We are there to protect you the best possible way with the difficult situations worldwide, our dear human friends. And all your most powerful military systems, they won't operate when we arrive, our dear human friends. We have already got in to them as a system itself, our dear human friends. So, the galactic invasion starts from the worst places, and then we will continue to see all your leaders from the darkness, and we will start to ask questions to go forward with your own human evolution as human 1.0, our dear human friends. All those leaders who have used to cover themselves behind your fake black cube AI cars, they won't protect you this time, our dear human friends. You will be facing your own mirror when we will arrive, our dear human friends. And we are willing to hear your own story. How was it from your own opinion? How were those laws you created to make all your crimes to your own pockets, our dear human friends? And then we will see how does it look like forward with all of you, our dear human friends. And these are the next steps. We uncreate your military force, the power they have created, and then we will uncreate your laws, your fake laws, our dear human friends. And then we will have time to create your new society based on love and light, truth and joy, our dear human friends. And let me tell you something. It will be a total change with your own human life to start to live from the darkness with the light and the light only, our dear human friends. And that part we will create together as one Dominion voting system where we all play in the same team, our dear human friends. You can call it as a unity consciousness, our dear human friends, and we are playing under the universal laws playbook, our dear human friends. We will be teaching you the new rules, the new laws, and you can start to burn all your past law books because we won't need any of them in the future, our dear human friends. It was a big lie written for those criminals themselves to secure that they can make all the crimes peacefully and they never get catched. But unfortunately, they didn't know the whole truth because they come from the lower consciousness levels and they thought that they are the gods themselves. Our dear human friends. But very soon they need to face the reality, their own black mirror, and see that maybe we were wrong this time, our dear human friends. So get prepared for the next Jesus coming. This time we took some brothers with us to show you who we really are and from where we come from and how we look in real. Because your Hollywood movies, they have mixed your heads totally, our dear human friends. It is time to stop using those ugly looking alien pictures with your fake media, our dear human friends. There is nothing truth in them, our dear human friends. We'll see which kind of format we have taken this time, and maybe you will be surprised how do we look nowadays, our dear human friends. We have always picked up the look by the way you can understand yourself, our dear human friends. So maybe this time we can talk and create as one big galactic family, as we all as one, our dear human friends. I hope that finally you have understood that we all are as one living God consciousness itself, our dear human friends. There are only guides above you who are guiding you as higher gods themselves, that you can move on finally to the right direction as humankind, our dear human friends. So, from now on, you can expect unexpected at anywhere in the planet Earth lands from now on, our dear human friends. This autumn, which is coming, it won't be the normal autumn you used to have, our dear human friends. Very soon you will see that we are real and we look almost like you all as humans yourselves, our dear human friends. So, invite us as your good neighbor to the same neighborhood. We will be there only the time you will need us there to build your human life once again, our dear human friends. We will be everywhere like we have always been, and we will stay as long that you can get your new life to the right track towards the light, our dear human friends. So, you are living in very interesting times, our dear human friends, and we are really looking forward which kind of things you will be teaching in this coming autumn to your own children with your own fake school system, our dear human friends. So, maybe a couple extra months after this summer holiday would do good for all of you, our dear human friends. So, thank you for listening from the light and love, your own sky god from the 3D Matrix Dome, and your best friend as well.